Hey, what's up everyone? It's Matt Mormon. This is my 2016 GT3 RS with a Dundon race header setup. What I'm going to do is use this inexpensive tool to clear the check engine light that I will get periodically on the car from having a catless race exhaust. My GT3 RS currently has a Dundon Motorsports full race exhaust, which is equal length headers that eliminates the cats, has a side muffler delete, valve side muffler delete, and then the Dundon center muffler. They call it the Black Series or Lifetime center muffler. GT3s have, especially the RS, have a titanium center muffler which tends to blow apart, especially on the track. I doubt I would have an issue with it. My previous gen, my blue GT3, had the regular center muffler with the Dundon setup, and I didn't have a problem. But again, I'm not heat cycling the car in aggressive long term, doing 20 laps on the track. So it's not necessary, but the sound this thing makes is pretty incredible. The byproduct, or the slight disadvantage, is that at times my car will throw a check engine light. The way that Dundon has engineered this exhaust is they've tuned it. I don't want to speak out of lack of knowledge here, but the O2 sensors are spaced out. There's a slight bung in the side. But I think a lot of it has to do with harmonic tuning and how the exhaust gases flow past the O2 sensor, which most of the time it's clean and clear, and there are no codes or no issues, even without a tune. So my car doesn't have a tune. It just says the factory ECU or factory DME, and I largely have no issues. But occasionally what will happen if I'm, say, on a back road and I'm cruising in 5th gear and I bog the car, or the car is driving, if I'm driving slowly and in a boring fashion, maybe once a month I'll get a check engine light. So I'll get a code that comes up on the stock, and it shows something like, I'll show it to you here, but work required, but still okay to drive. And then I need to clear it. It won't go away on its own. So you need to clear it. And so I went, and I'm not going to buy a $6,000, what they call a P-Wiz, the Porsche tool. I think it might even be more than that, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000. It'd be nice to have so I could reset the service light, not have to go to the dealer. But I wanted something that I could use to clear the codes or check to make sure, because you're logically thinking, well, what if that code was something else? So I want to be able to make sure that it's not something else, that it's not just an O2 sensor or a running rich or running lean or whatever. The code that you get, I think it's P13, we'll show it to you in a second here. The code that you get is pretty clear that it's from the catless exhaust. But I want to make sure I'm not just clearing them just to clear them. I want to make sure that everything's okay with the car. And so I want to be able to read what it is. I have a Durametric tool. I've never been able to get it to connect, and the Durametric software, I've tried several different computers. Maybe I have a bad cable or something like that. But I was in a pinch because I was heading out of town up to the event in the mountains, and I wanted to reset the darn light. And so I ordered quickly on Amazon next day. I ordered like a $280 tool thinking that could work. I plugged it in, didn't work. Now I'm really in a pinch, I'm really out of time. So I went to the auto parts store and I ended up buying this sucker. This is a Actron CP9660. I think this was like 35 bucks or 40 bucks or something like that. So the really inexpensive OBDII tool ended up being the one that I needed to be able to read and clear codes. All the fancy stuff, the multi-$100 Durametric tool, the almost $300, I can't remember the name of the company, the product that I bought, wouldn't connect, wouldn't read, wouldn't clear. But the $35 or $40 Pocket Scan Plus does everything I need to do. So I'm going to show you really quickly how to reset a code on your GT3 RS. So here's how we do this. I take the tool, I reach up, the OBD port is up here. Tool only goes in one way, the trapezoid, like so. Obviously you have the key in the ignition, and we need to have it turned on, and then it'll start to scan and read. All right, so it's scanning. It asks if I want to select the vehicle to read ABS codes. I said yes. I go up here to OBDII, EOBD. It'll collect data from the car, show 4 codes. So let's click enter, and it shows us P013E, sensor delayed response, rich to lean, bank 1 sensor. That's a classic code for O2 sensor. P013E, same one. P014A, so that's the other side. Rich to lean, sensor, bank 2. So one is the passenger side, one is the driver side. P013E, same thing. So all 4 codes are the same exact thing. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go to erase codes. I'm going to say yes. Keys on, engine off, enter, communicate, and it'll take a few seconds to clear the codes. Still 1 code remaining. This will happen often with an OBDII type tool like this. It'll erase the code. The code will go away on the stock, but one maintains in the bank for some reason. I'm not sure. So the P013E always stays in there. It says permanent, so I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe you need a P-Wiz in order to reset that. Now that we're done with the resetting, the clearing the codes, I'm going to turn the ignition off, pull the key out, disconnect the tool, just simply pull down. I'll throw this in the glove box, and I'll have it in there in case I need it, if I'm on a trip or something like that, just to read and clear codes. Then we'll check the stock. We'll check the computer, we'll fire the car up and make sure the codes have been cleared. So that's the extent of it. There you have it. That's how we clear code on a GT3 or GT3 RS or 911 or basically probably any Porsche chassis. You can go get yourself a cheapo Actron or some variant of that and get your car cleared of codes, or at least read to figure out what's going on to see if you need to go to the dealer or not. You know, I'd highly recommend you don't just erase codes just to erase them. Know what's going on, and having something like this can give you an idea, you know, what's going on with the car, find out if you should drive it or tow it or clear it or you know, do something else with it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. What happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor, foot to the floor.